Alright, so we have Robz versus supposedly Toast, who eventually we found out is actually SYL, aka Toast's personal sidekick. Man, it was pretty hilarious how Toast screwed SYL over by not being able to crop his DMs well enough to hide SYL's names. Man, poor SYL, really getting done like that by his companion named Toast. But anyways, supposedly Toast, aka, but we're gonna just refer to them as SYL this game. But they're both starting off with the same dot spot and the same start. But not Toast, SYO, oh my god, his dart might have been misplaced. I know, but Rob's dart is definitely targeting much better than SYO's. Yeah, I think that's just a missed spot for SYO. Poor guy, man. SYO really had a rough this game. He started off with a worse start with accidentally misplacing his start, and then he had Toast expose him on accident. Like, oh, that's rough, that's rough, that's rough. But anyways, SYO going for heavy mixed eco, over 330 as well. And Rob's very vigilant to not buy that second triple throw. He really wants that plantation round 5. And he'll get it, but how many more lives is Rob's gonna leak? He puts the spike down. Okay, there we go. He gets a second triple thought, and Rob's hasn't forced out SYL's second triple thought, so gonna be a pretty big stalemate. Most likely they're gonna send greens at each other. Oh wait, no, SYL is not gonna be able to send greens for a while, but he usually sends greens round 7, so yeah. This game goes on for a while, so Rob's gonna be sending constant greens here, not holding on to any money for round 7 greens, it looks like, but regardless, SYL is gonna leak an absolute shit ton because he isn't targeting his darts apparently. Okay, there we go. He finally targets them, stopping the leaks a little bit, but the pink's gonna catch up, get a few more leaks, and both sides now sending greens at each other. SYL always does this now. He holds on until round 7 and then starts sending greens. And Rob's builds 3 triple darts for these boosted greens. I mean, he could have definitely built a sport instead, but 3 triple darts in a sport still defends boosted yellows, so it's not like there's much of a difference, I would say. They're both on pretty low lives. SYL has an extra set of road spikes, but he's getting rushed with yellows here, so SYL definitely gonna be building a sport now. As SYL is still leaking. 24 lives, 22. And now we see... Okay, so SYL is up a 1-0 farm, but he's down like 100 eco. But then again, SYL has a lot more defense than Robz. Robz is just selling... Robz actually sold a dart to make that rush happen. Goddamn, dedication right there. SYL going for 3 sets of regen leads back to back. He's gonna boost once regen lead over another one that's unboosted to try and get an insta regrow on Robz. Robz spikes one of the leads. He still does not have the money for the jug, but he finally gets it and he boosts, leaking one whole lead actually. And I would dare say that Robz would be dead round 13 here. SYL has a bloom boost back for 13. Robz would not have had his tower boost back, but it looks like there's actually no rush coming out from SYL. Oh, no, there is going to be a rush coming out from SYL, but it's going to be a little bit delayed, so Robz will have a boost back, and SYL is not going to all out here as a result. Robz gets up 3 sports and some triple darts in the back, and he dies. And here we have game number 2 of Robz versus quote-unquote Toast, but again, it's SYL. SYL going Dart Farm Wizard, while Robz is going DFA. Robz, both players start with a dart. SYL got his start on last, while Rob's dart is chasing a little bit, actually. Does Rob's dart hit the very beginning of the track? I don't think it does, actually. Oh, no, it does. It does. Okay. Yeah, it does hit the very beginning of the track. SYL, though, actually leaks more than Rob's. Both sides use 2 spikes already, so... Quite interesting. Rob's, though, with Ace and SYL with Wizard. Again, this is going to depend on who plays this better, because if Robz can get SYL to a point where both sides have decent farms, then yeah, Rob's going to win, obviously. But if SYL can make this into a low farm game, then yeah, SYL wins, obviously, because Wizard destroys Ace in that case. Rob's leaking to 60 lives now, because of pinks and him refusing to buy a second triple throw immediately. SYL always does this extremely aggressive start where he sends a ton of eco and gets his plantation at the end of round 5 or at the start of round 6 and then sends round 7 greens. Will we see that again here? We do see space blacks, but are we gonna see any group greens on top? No is looking to be the answer here though, as Robz is down to 34 lives, and he's just gonna over defend now, so I guess SRL has no point to send greens. Meanwhile, Robz also sending blacks against SYO, mixing with the round 7 AI. Round 8 starts, SYO oversent a little bit. So yeah, he wants to send yellows there, but can't send them immediately because of oversending space blacks. And Rob's gonna rush SYO here with yellows. But SYL just boosts, and Robz also boosts. But again, Robz boosted a bloom boosted rush, while SYL boosted a non-bloom boosted rush here. And here we go, Robz going for boosted yellows now. There is definitely going to be a sell for a lightning wizard, I would say. Yeah, okay. The lightning wizard is bought, but SYL did not have to sell anything for it. And Rob's going for a lead. I don't think he knows though that okay, he finally figures out that Robz does not have wizard. If he said 3 sets of base regen lens, there could have been trouble, but yeah, that's not gonna cause too much trouble here. Rob's gonna get rushed with white from SYL, and looking like Robz is gonna have to boost this. Yeah, Robz does boost that. Neither side though has camel detection. Well, Robz is his juggernaut, but SYL no camel dots on both sides. SYL gets his wizard, and SYL going for it all out now that Robz used his boost. Robz gets up in Operation Darkstorm. Will that defend though? That actually looked very close, but Robz is going to die on account of being only on like 30 lives. And that's going to be 2-0 up now for SYL. So next map is going to be Robz pick again. And we're back on map number 3 of Robz versus SYL. And Robz has picked Interchange for the third map. So right now, Robz is down 2-0. One map away from losing to apparently Toast. But as we later found out, it was SYL. So both sides sending some mixed eco against each other. Pretty standard stuff. I'm actually just gonna start speeding up because the beginning of the game is just boring. Like it's the same thing. They either send constant space pinks or a lot of group lose into pinks. SYL always does a super aggressive start while Robz just sits there with like a 298 start, goes for the planet. Like a pretty traditional mixed eco start. So the beginning has been getting pretty boring. Mid game has always been exciting, I would say, or decently exciting, but early game has really just been the same thing over and over again, and you've seen like enough of this. So to save time, I'm going to just okay. So here we go. Rob's gonna be sending constant grouped greens, balloon boosted against SYL. SYL gets a third 0-2 dart. Is that going to hold off though? Yeah, Interchange is a very good map for triple darts, so that's going to defend very easily. And SYL going for his own greens round 7. SYL up on eco, but again, Rob's built a second farm. It's still a 0-0, keep that in mind, but it's still a farm that's going to make Robz a banana at least. Robz gets up his third triple dart for the boosted greens at SYL 7 round 7, actually leaking to only 40 lives, so SYL has played this game pretty well so far, I'd say. Will we see any yellows, though, from either side? That is the question. Rob's sending one set of blacks, one set of whites. Whites are faster than blacks, but they don't really layer that well together. But Rob's finally following up with the yellows. And how will SYL fare against this? SYL built a sport and a third triple dart, and he does hold this off. Both sides now has a 1-0 and a plantation. Same eco. SYL... Yeah, oh, actually, yeah, SYL is up $100 because of they have the same defense, but SYL is up on eco a bit, and he's up on money. So yeah, so far SYL looks like he's been outplaying, but again, it's a very small difference, and the tides can easily shift in the other player's favor. So okay, I'm gonna always keep this on the option on because when there's a stalemate, I really don't like showing it. So Here comes a rush, probably, and from SYL. Just a couple sets of space blades. Maybe it's trying to psych Robz out, but Robz isn't buying it. He has 4 triple darts, and so does SYL. Same farms. SYL with a little bit more money and a little bit more eco, but again, it's quite a negligible difference. Robz though going for a Zebra Rush here. A lead and a rainbow followed up by Group Zebras. SYL getting a sport on top of his triple darts here. Will hit this defend though. And SYL... Oh, and he does not defend. So Robz picking up his map pick and bringing the series back 2-1. So here we are with map number 4 of Robz versus SYL. And SYL has picked Super Monkey Lane for the 4th map. Both players going Dark Farm Ace, the same old start, so I'm speeding this up. So this time though, SYL seems to have only gone to 310 eco. Both players getting their plantations at a similar time, and here comes group space blacks from both players. We see SYL have more eco, but Robz having more money on deck and a slightly better defense. SYL not choosing to build a second farm, instead going for greens on round 7, coming into round 7. So let's see how well that does. So Robz is not going to buy a sport, it seems like. He has a 0-2 dart, and he's upgraded to 3 triple darts so far. Robz leaking quite a bit of lives, actually. But will it be enough to cause any significant damage? SYL's darts are chasing, though, from Robz's round 7 blacks. So Robz could follow up with yellows here and make SYL leak a good amount of lives, a good chunk of lives. SYL has kept only 2 lives lost so far. But here comes the yellows. His darts chasing a little bit, but he successfully forces the sport without setting too many yellows. So a good play from Robz. So right now, Robz is up about 50 eco. Now down 50 eco, but he has like a $700 lead. But also, SYL does have a sport to his name, so a little bit more defense. Okay, now the same defense. SYL with more money on hand, but again, does not have the farm up and more eco too. SYL 3 sets of lead of space regen leads, boosting one lead over another because SML is a very regen lead prone map with space regen leads. Insta-regals can really screw you over on this map. But Robz preventing it pretty well there with a jug and a sport, 2 darts and a second and a third O2 on top. Robz rushing SYL, but SYL defends with a jug and a sport with 2 darts. SYL going for the classic jug spot, while Robz going for the new one that also hits the end of the track. And looking at the farming now, Robz is down 80 eco, but up a 1-0. Oh, so fairly even, I'd say, because also Robz has some extra defense. Keep that in mind. SYL going for a rush though. Bloom boosted, but it's not gonna force anything as Robz. Well, not gonna force a boost as Robz builds a third sport and upgrades his 0-2 to a 0-3. SYL now trying to catch up on farms. Robz though going for a nice Zebra Rush. Not boosted though, so it's gonna be defended pretty easily with 2 sports and 3 triple darts. Lost that jug. And now the passive SML mid game kind of comes in. You can't really rush each other on SML. Robz selling his Juggernaut on accident. And he places another sport but lower. But I don't know what that other dart is doing to the right of the jug. Anyways, Robz defends round 16 just fine. SYL up 160 eco. But again, down a 1-0 farm. But again, the difference has actually been a lot. Actually, I take that back. Now SYL is down a whole planet. So round 18 coming up. A boosted mob on this map is extremely dangerous. Robz has all 3 of his bloom boosts left, while SYL only has 1 bloom boost left. And both lanes having 3 tower boosts. So yeah, both lanes bloom boosting the first mob at each other. Let's see who starts choke. SYL boosting immediately, whereas Robz boosted a little bit later, but it shouldn't matter. SYL defended the Moab just fine, and Robz also, yeah, both sides have defended no less lost. But SYL down a planet still. I think SYL could have definitely defended with 1 or 2 less starts because of how early he boosted. But his jug is in a worse spot for those ceramics. So SYO is re-rushed Robz with a Moab, and so is Robz. Both players are going to have to fan club this, especially SYO, because SYO Moab blended in with the AI leads. And SYO keeping 1 farm while Robz has kept 2. So now this game has kind of gone into a drain game. SYO is up 230 eco, so quite a big lead, especially because SYO is also holding on to a lot of money, but I mean, there's still like 8 minutes left in this game, so oh my god. So SYO is sending some leads and zebras to layer with the AI round 20 rainbows. Robz spending all of his money on farms while SYO is holding on to some money, and he's sending a lot of money in eco too. Robz actually going to be boosting that because of how densely layered it was. So it's 2 layers for the sports to handle, and triple thoughts are not known for handling group blends very well. Both sides sending a mob at each other here, and I'm going to presume SYO will boost it while Robz will have to fan club this. Yeah, SYO just boosts this Moab, and Robz going to have to fan club it here. So now farms have been equalized, so Robz sells his fan club, sends a round 22 Moab, but it's not going to layer with the AI that well, because, yes, this comes after the round 22 AI. SYO has 2 jugs here and a sport with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 darts. So that's going to force a fan club from SYO. And yeah, this has definitely gone into a drain game. So SYO up 350 eco. My god. So I would definitely give the lead to SYO right now. He has money on deck. He's got 250 more eco. Actually, 350 more eco. And SYO gonna go for another Moab to drain Robz' last boost. Now, personally, I don't know why SYO is holding on to so much money. Like, I get it. He could fan club, like, without draining himself. It's hard, but he has a boost lead. He's fine. He can easily defend another Moab. And, yeah, you can see SYO is building a lot of low-level farms rather than building up like a Republic or Robz has. And Robz has managed to keep the lead not too big because of how aggressively he's been farming in comparison to SYO. Robz going for some boosted leads and regen leads on top of the AI. SYO gets up 3 Juggernauts and 9 triple darts here to defend. And he will hold off as those Robz with the same defense, except with 1 less triple dart. And now SYO has $4,000 on deck compared to Robz is only 1,000, but Robz also has a Republic up. And the eco difference is starting to matter less and less. Robz going for SYO going for leads in the mixed in with the round 25 AI. SYO gets up an ODS just to defend that. Robz gets up 4 jugs and a dart in the back. Looked like he died there, but battle CV lag obviously fucking shit. So Robz survives. And again, SYO has been very passive with his farming. He has not aggressively farmed at all. He's not been. And he still held on to that boost, and I don't understand why. Because he would have had a fact by now if he boosted round 25 AI and didn't get up the ODS. But while Robz is still struggling to afford his, but Robz built his fact now, and SYO sends a Moab and a BFB. What is this? Okay, so SYO said oops, but that Moab wasn't going to do anything. So, yeah, Robz a forced fan club, and SYO has literally just thrown the game. Okay. So, SYO went from being up $3,000 to completely throwing the game by sending a Moab and a BFB. So, the fan club obviously is to come out for round 28, but now SYO has no farms, so despite being up 430 eco, SYO does not even have half of Robz' farms. Okay, yeah, this game is basically over. So what a throw by SYO. And SYO really trying... Okay, yeah, I know he's going to try and boost around 28 Moab because he needs to get back his farm. Why is SYO farming so passively? I would never fucking understand. He never farms aggressive. 4 jugs. 4 jugs. Dude, there's a mob on the screen. Why the fuck do you have 4 jugs? He has okay, he has the boost right now. Or fan club, that's fine too. Let Robz get even more ahead in farms. Again, Robz went from being down and out of this game basically to winning. All because SYL sent a very retarded BFB. My god, so this is going to a game number 5. This should have never happened. This should have been a quick 3-1 for SYL. But instead, it's going to map number 5. And again, SYL will get to pick them. Oh my god. I was going to say, Robz has not bought camel dots very often in this game. If he had not bought a camel dot there, man, who... And Robz do it like that? Oh my god. Okay, so here comes the ZMG from Robz. SYL does not even have a fact. He doesn't even have 4 planets in a Republic. Yeah, he needs to get a Spectre right now. Yeah, SYL is fucking broke here. He needs to start selling for a fan club immediately, and I physically do not see a world where SYL wins this game. Robz is just gonna build a Spectre now. Sells his back because, you know, he couldn't afford it without. And unfortunately, SYL's thoughts are being cock-blocked by the round 32 AI legend. God, that fucking sound hurts my ears. But yeah, SYL is not defending his ZMG. He has like no money. And his ZMG has gone a lot further than the one SYL sent, obviously, because Robz sent it a lot earlier. So, goodbye SYL, and it's going to be 2-2 for Robz. And SYL's dying to the fucking ceramics. So that's going to be map number 4 going to Robz. 2-2, taking SYL's map pick. And now we're on to a map number 5. And quite a short game this is. So here we go. Start farming Ace. Same start as usual. We're just going to speed this up because this is getting boring. It's point Robz. Not Robz. SYL. Let's see if he keeps sending. Yes, he does keep sending, as does Robz. SYL though leaked 18 more lives compared to Robz and used the same amount of spikes. So yeah, but that's kind of just because Robz has started off with his darts a little bit better, I'd say. If you were to build 2 triple darts, starting with your dart there, you save a lot more lives in comparison. So yeah, Robz stopping at 297 eco like usual, while SYL going to 310. And I mean, this game has pretty much just gone the same way as all the others. So yeah, SYL going for blacks into greens at the end of round 6, while Robz goes for his second farm. Robz gets the spoil. And Robz bloom boosts some blacks over round 7 AI. SYL build a third Dart Monkey up. Round 8 starts, he might layer the yellows over these blacks that he sent earlier. Yeah, he sent some yellows, but SYL does not build a spoil yet. So, both sides have 2 planets. SYL up on eco and cash on hand, but Robz has more defense up. And both sides had lets against each other, forcing each other's juggernauts. Robz going for a region lead, followed up with some regular zebras. SYL gets spoiled, so does Robz against SYL's normal balloons, but SYL has to send a lot more. And here's where the game gets a little bit more interesting. Okay. So both sides, same farms again. SYL up 60 eco with the same defense and an extra bloom boost and an extra set of spikes to boot. Only disadvantage is he's down on lives. So Robz being, okay, very aggressive with his farms, as opposed to SYL, who's literally like holding on to his money until like he has 2k in reserve literally every single round. So looks like this game is gonna be going to a BIA game. Both sides are gonna be building a BIA. Looking at the farm positioning, yeah, Robz goes for his BIA right now, and SYL gonna be doing the same most likely. Okay, SYL. SYL goes for his BIA a whole round later. Without getting the eco, he gets it at the beginning of the round. Okay, so yeah. SYL drawing a lead again. He's done this 2 games now. He's done it on SML, and he's doing it again. He's drawing a lead he's had. down the fucking drain. And here comes the Camel Ceramic. Will this kill SYO? SYO does not seem to have camel detection, and he dies. So, SYO, from being up 2-0 to throwing two and losing 2-3. Man, oh my god, that was fucking sad to watch. But rip SYO, or should I say Toast, technically, but you know, Toast is the worst account share in history. And that's gonna be it.